lot of women very proud.
I love that woman. Good for her.
To take it in, a message from a wife to her alleged cheating husband.
Don't mess with her.
Explosion and the house went up in flames. Investigators say a 21-year-old resident of that home had an online relationship with a Michigan woman, and Jones is her ex-boyfriend.
Hey, besties, buckle up, because today's tea is scalding hot. Ever wondered just how insane some people get when love turns into revenge? Well, let me tell you, it gets dark. From petty to downright criminal, we've got cheating scandals exposed on billboards, exes pulling stalker-level moves, and one guy who literally drove across the country just to set a house on fire. Like, what? This isn't just drama, it's straight up true crime. So grab your snacks, lock your doors, and maybe check your DMs, because you never know who's watching. Imagine driving down a busy street and seeing a massive billboard airing someone's dirty laundry for all to see.
Over 500,000 people had taken a look at this picture. It's got a lot of people wondering, are Michael and Jennifer real people? And if so, Jennifer, you have a lot of fans tonight.
That's a beautiful thing, ladies. That's a beautiful thing.
She's made a lot of women very proud.
I love that woman. Good for her.
That's exactly what happened in Greensboro, North Carolina. A woman named Jennifer discovered her husband Michael's infidelity and decided to take her revenge to new heights, literally. The billboard read, Michael, GPS tracker, $250, Nikon camera with zoom lens, $1,600, catching my lying husband and buying this billboard with our investment account, priceless. Jennifer spared no expense exposing her husband's betrayal, and the stunt quickly went viral. Locals stopped to take photos, social media exploded, and Michael, well, let's just say his reputation took a major hit. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Michael's response. Instead of laying low, he reportedly tried to defend himself, claiming the accusations were false. But with receipts, screenshots, and private investigators involved, Jennifer had all the proof she needed. Some people called it an act of empowerment. Others labeled it extreme. But what do you think? Was it justified, or did she go too far? And let's not forget the financial aspect. While Jennifer proudly claimed to have used their investment account, it raised some legal and ethical questions. Did she have the right to use shared funds for public revenge? Could Michael take legal action against her for defamation? Experts weighed in, and opinions were split. Meanwhile, Jennifer didn't stop at just the billboard. Reports surfaced that she had also leaked some of Michael's private texts and emails, fueling the scandal even further. Friends and family of both parties took sides, making the entire drama a local spectacle. Breakups can be tough, but one woman in China decided to turn her heartbreak into an unforgettably pungent revenge plan. After being left devastated by her cheating boyfriend, she reportedly sent 1,000 kilograms, yes, over 2,000 pounds, of onions to his doorstep with a simple message, "It's your turn to cry," and cry he did. The delivery service was instructed to leave the onions without notifying him, causing an overwhelming stench that filled the entire neighborhood. Reports even suggested that neighbors were forced to intervene because of the unbearable smell. But did this revenge actually make him regret his actions? According to sources, the ex-boyfriend denied ever shedding a tear over the situation. However, the photos of the massive onion pile suggest otherwise. Was this the ultimate petty revenge, or just too much? Let me know what you think in the comments. What made this case even wilder was how the delivery service reacted. Apparently, they were so confused by the request that they asked the woman multiple times if she was sure about the order. She simply responded, "Yes, and make sure they are fresh." Now that's commitment. And here's the kicker. This wasn't just about the onions. The woman also made sure to send him emotional messages, detailing how much he had hurt her. Some reports claim she even documented his reactions through mutual friends. While the onions were meant to be a statement, her ultimate goal was to make sure he understood exactly how much pain he had caused. This next case is less about tears and more about full-blown destruction.
Driving over 700 miles to set a Pennsylvania home on fire was flown back to the state today. NBC 10 was there tonight as Harrison Jones was brought back here to the area after being extradited from Michigan. Police say the 21-year-old drove all the way to Bensalem earlier this month to set that house on fire.
A man from Michigan, furious over his ex-girlfriend moving on, reportedly drove over 730 miles to Pennsylvania just to set fire to her new boyfriend's home. Yes, you heard that right. This man was so consumed by revenge that he embarked on a cross-country road trip with arson in mind. Authorities say he planned everything meticulously, from studying the home's layout to choosing the perfect moment to strike. Fortunately, everyone inside the house managed to escape unharmed, but the damage was extensive. He was quickly arrested and is now facing multiple felony charges, including including arson and attempted homicide. This story is a chilling reminder of how dangerous unchecked emotions can become. If your ex is willing to drive hundreds of miles just to seek revenge, it might be time to beef up your home security and maybe get a restraining order. What's even crazier, authorities later discovered that this wasn't his first attempt at revenge. He had allegedly stalked his ex-girlfriend online, making fake accounts to monitor her every move. In one instance, he reportedly showed up at her workplace unannounced, leading to a previous restraining order. Even after his arrest, his social media history painted an even darker picture. He had made multiple disturbing posts, hinting at revenge, warning that he wouldn't let her go that easily. Had authorities intervened sooner, this fire might have been prevented. You think your ex is bad? Imagine waking up in the middle of the night and finding them standing over you, watching you sleep. That's exactly what happened to one woman when her ex-boyfriend broke into her home weeks after their breakup. She had no idea how he got in. There were no broken windows, no forced locks, just him, silently staring at her in the dark. Panicked, she screamed, and he ran out before she could call the police. But the fear didn't end there. She later discovered he had been stalking her for weeks, even following her daily routines without her noticing. This incident led to her filing a restraining order, and authorities urged people to take breakups seriously, because sometimes it's not just heartbreak you have to worry about, but actual danger. If this doesn't make you double check your locks before bed, I don't know what will. And the worst part, when police investigated, they found evidence that he had been inside her house multiple times before. He had left small clues, moved objects, missing personal items, even strange messages written on sticky notes that she hadn't noticed before. This raises an alarming question. How often do stalkers go unnoticed? Experts say that cases like these happen more often than we think, and victims sometimes don't realize the danger until it's too late. Now, let's talk about a different kind of haunting, one that follows you everywhere, even online. After a particularly messy breakup, one woman couldn't let go and decided to make sure her ex never forgot about her. She created multiple fake social media accounts to send him cryptic, unsettling messages. Some were vaguely threatening, others were eerie reminders of their past relationship. But the worst part, she made it seem like he was being watched constantly. Friends advised him to block the accounts, but new ones kept appearing. It was digital harassment at its finest, turning his online world into a psychological nightmare. Eventually, he involved law enforcement, and she was charged with cyber stalking. But this case proves that breakups don't just end when you say goodbye. Sometimes they follow you long after. When police finally stepped in, they uncovered a shocking amount of digital footprints leading back to her, proving she had been tracking his activity for months. Experts warn that cases like these are becoming more common, with technology making it easier than ever for exes to keep tabs long after a relationship ends. So, what do you think? Are these cases of justified revenge or just plain crazy? Have you ever seen or experienced something like this before? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the most extreme breakup revenge stories, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a wild story like this. Until next time, stay safe and stay drama-free if you can.